Man, I'm tired. That analysis took literally forever. I just want to sit back and relax.
Wake your ass up! It's been 2 weeks, brew. It's time for a universal battle.
Large cameraman. A cameraman that's way taller, stronger, and smarter version of a normal cameraman. The large cameraman's first appearance was in episode 3 of the full screen episodes.
If for whatever reason you have no idea what Skibidi toilet is, it started as a simple joke episode by a head in a toilet, slowly growing into one of the best YouTube indie series on YouTube.
Now that you're all caught up, let's continue. We're going to be analyzing large cameramen in simple categories: strength, speed, durability, smarts, and strongest feet.
And before we get onto the categories, let's show some fun facts. Large cameramans have had many different weapons throughout the series, including a rocket launcher, a blaster, an astro blaster, and a knife. Also, their sizes changes a lot in different episodes.
When it comes to strength, there's kinda little feats of raw strength. Yeah, we could analyze his weapon strength. What we want to analyze is his raw power, but we can do with what we have. For example, we have this scene, where an infected large cameraman takes off another large cameraman's head off in exactly 2 to 3 seconds. Meaning he used about 200 plus newtons of force to do that, which is kinda light work for them. Or this scene, where a large cameraman punches straight up metal, probably a stronger metal tech too. It doesn't break though, but he still was able to punch metal and not get hurt, and even made an impact on it.
Now for his rocket launcher, it can take down large toilets and make a pretty big impact on them. His blaster can instantly destroy small toilets, and even damage the small scientist mech.
Large cameramans are pretty strong in terms of strength. Hopefully his other categories have more stuff.
For speed, just like the scientist, he only really has fast reaction timing.
For example, on episode 70, the large cameraman hears a toilet coming and instantly blasts him, and does it again 20 seconds later with quick reaction timing. Or in this scene where this large cameraman dodges the astro blast with smooth movement, and astro blasts are as quick as bullets as we can see here. Or in this scene where the large pulls up his shield in a second when he saw the astro, and when the astro tried to rush attack him, he pulled up his shield immediately. Crazy fast reaction timing. As we know, these small astros can ram toilets like this one in 0.15 milliseconds depending on the distance at 15 miles per hour, which means the large cameraman might have a reaction time similar to a small astro's speed, which is insane. It's crazy to think how a large cameraman could have the speed of a small astro troop. Really crazy to think about, but anyways, time to get on to my most anticipated category. Now this is something I've been waiting to talk about. Out of all the categories I've been wanting to analyze, when it comes to durability, that's large cameraman's specialty. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get started right here and now. Large cameramen have had a spear stabbed into him and shoved it off and quickly launched a rocket at the police toilet. He's got a smacked before by his back and shrugged it off clearly. Also kinda tanked a big laser straight to his chest, but sadly died a few seconds afterward. That could mean he could survive a small laser strike. He's also tanked massive explosions that are inches away from him. Like, look at how close he is to that explosion, and he just tanked it. Also, a large cameraman kinda survived this entire crash impact, but were beheaded seconds afterward. Also, remember when I said a large cameraman could almost survive a smaller laser? Well, guess what? He did! In this scene, the Astro Scout shoots him with his lasers, and the large cameraman survives. They're just that strong. And a large cameraman can also tank a rush impact from an Astro troop. You know, the rush impact that could one-shot a fully armored toilet. That's some high durability there, and that large has nothing but a suit. A large cameraman can also survive being fully dismantled. Yes, a human can too, but you don't understand. It got ripped off clean. His entire arms and legs are just ripped off with only a torso and head. But yes, of course, they will slowly lose oil or blood after a while, but they can last a pretty long time. Also forgot to mention that large cameramen can survive astro crashes from bigger and more armored astro toilets. From this dude, geez, how strong are these guys? Not to mention how this large Chad can take full-on astro blasts from the troops. Large cameramen are insanely durable as the series progresses. I really went on ranting about their durability for 2 minutes. That's how crazy they are. But anyways, time to go on to the last 2 categories for this character. In terms of intelligence, there's little to no information or intelligence feats, but the cameramen are incredibly intelligent in their own ways. For example, we have the cameraman scientists. He created an anti-parasitic gun for the infected Alliance members, but thankfully before that, we have one intelligence feat when they found out how to uninfect the fellow Alliance members. Which is, I guess, is pretty cool, but that's just one thing I could find. If there's more intelligent feats for the large cameraman that I didn't find, tell me in the comments. Large noob, like large cameraman. He's a large version of a normal-sized noob, apparently. This is Roblox, and noobs were everywhere. But after Roblox created a noob AI, everything went wrong. A noob outbreak emerged. Large noob has lots of different weapons like a sword, a rocket launcher, a gun, and a blaster. There's a ton of different variants of the large noobs, so we're gonna combine all of them into one character. Specifically, this guy, the most important one. So we're gonna go ahead and analyze him in categories again.
Like the large cameramans, these guys only have a few raw power feats, but we'll analyze their weapon strength to obviously. In this scene, we can clearly see the large noob punching hard metal twice with no effect on him. Now, we're not gonna keep analyzing these metal punching feats, but we're gonna bring it up a few times. The thing about this metal feat though, is that it's making a pretty big impact effect on the noob. You can see the screen shake and wind effects, meaning this is the strongest punch. That's pretty much all I could really find for raw power, but let's go ahead and go on to weapon strength. Their swords can stab clean through metal, which is a feat that most swords in the series have, so not too surprising.
And their guns can one-shot large noobs with a single blast, which is insane to think about, and that's strong metal too. And the gun also has a pretty fast reload too.
Their rocket launchers aren't so strong though. Sure, they can cause quite the damage to a large noob, but it can't one-shot sadly.
But the blaster though, now that thing is strong. It can two-shot a large noob. Sure, it can't one-shot a large noob, but it's pretty good nonetheless. It somehow made a pretty big impact on the boss noob, who has survived plenty of stronger things before.
The blaster is definitely his strongest weapon, other than gun of course. When it comes to speed, there's no speed feats I can think of, and I can only think of like to reaction timing feats. For example, this one, where he knew where the large noob was teleporting and instantly reloaded his gun. He was moving kinda slowly though. And this scene when he instantly reacted to the noob almost smashing him. Yes, he was still moving slow though, so I don't see his speed being that fast.
But he also instantly reacted to the noob teleporting in front of him, which I guess is his best speed feat so far. Now yet again, this is the top category for these characters. The large characters just have those feats where you just like yapping about them. But anyways, time to get to analyzing. A large noob has survived getting fully blasted by the boss noob. The same laser that destroyed Titan Guest's arm. The same laser that could one-shot other large noobs. The same laser that could push back Titans.
I think we get it, man.
Wait, but there's more to it. A laser can burn through skin, metal, and steel. Basically anything that's made up of iron. And the noob's skin are usually metal-like, so the large noob surviving against an even bigger laser should be impossible. And apparently, this large is the only large noob that can survive it without being disintegrated into atoms. Which I don't even know how that's possible. Not even just surviving the laser too. He survived the crash along with it. What the heck? You're telling me on top of the laser, he also survived the massive crash with it. And all of that is just one single feat.
You done now? Just like the large cameraman, there's not really anything for intelligence-wise. It's just a thing in these type of series to have almost no intelligence feats whatsoever, so we're gonna skip this one. And for his strongest—
Hold up, I got this. It's surviving this shit. Alright, the stats and skills have been analyzed. We've studied everything about these characters.
But before we get on to the universal battle, here's a quick message from Project Mod himself.
Hello there. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I can do that. I can also do this. Huh? Oh, wait, but I can also do this. You see, every single movement I make with my arm, that takes away $10, all because of animations. Basically what I'm saying is, thanks to animations, this entire animation was made just for this sponsor. So, thing is that without animations, a lot of stuff would be laggy as hell. Like, my computer would not handle the squad. But thanks to animations, we can make more high quality stuff, more high quality animations, and definitely longer stuff than what we have. So I want you to support animations and on YouTube. So, and that's it. I guess onto the universal battle we go.